Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kill10Rats. Welcome back to Bloodlines, where we are in the Asylum Club in Santa Monica. We've just met Jeanette. And we're now trying to meet Therese. But for the moment, we also have this unobtrusively tattooed gentleman here to have a quick word with. Yeah. Don't eat me. I'm on the wagon. I don't drink ... alcohol. Very nice. I'm looking for Therese. Know where I can find her.
Therese? She's upstairs. She's got business to attend to, but I can hear her and Jeanette echoing from here. Why do you need to see her?
I need to talk to her.
Yeah, I hear that from everyone. Wow, she expected you or something.
She's not expecting me, but she'll like what I've got to say.
I'll talk to you briefly. I'll buzz Therese, tell her to come and take the elevator over there. If I hear that you're not supposed to be there, you leave and I'm surprised to hear me.
Yeah, you might not really like what happens to your heart if you have that. Now, get out of my way. Very interesting. This is the aforementioned elevator, I suppose. Guess we're sort of outwardly displaying a bit of cockiness, because that's just Ben's character, but he would be somewhat intimidated to meet his, not first proper vampire, of course, but to, without any strings attached, meet a vampire. That sounds somewhat unflattering. Vampires do have a mirror image, by the way, just not the La Sombra, and apparently not in this engine. We've seen this already. Do we actually pass this opportunity up, or Alright, so Jeanette seems to have taken off in a huff, at least that's what it sounded like. And there we seem to have Therese, who had a front row seat during our sire's execution. And the doors in this game are just have a mind of their own. Well, that's some style you have there. Wow. I find this rather disconcerting. Good evening.
Please, come in. I do apologize for my sister's crassness if it made you uncomfortable. She's unabashedly scandalous, but in the club business, I suppose that kind of personality is a necessary evil.
If you say so, not the most glib answer. I'm just glad she's gone is also not brilliant. She was no trouble, seems neutral enough.
Nonsense. She's nothing but.
I liked her a lot, seems like a bad idea. You seem a lot more together. Are you Therese? I guess we're gonna keep it at that level. Are you Therese?
Therese Borman, yes. I'm the proprietor of this club, and the only person in this city whose good side it's in your best interest to stay on. What brings you to Santa Monica?
It's a long story. But yeah, I thought Jeanette owned the club. Let's, as much as it's in our best interests not to needle her too much, let's needle her a little bit.
Jeanette is the freak show I keep around to lure in curiosity seekers. She's very good with the clientele, but her business skills are approximate to those of a 4-year-old with a $1 bill and a 5 and dime.
Well, it seems that the game leaves us no choice but to just, barge ahead with our our desire for her to call off the feud with Bertram Tongue because we need to talk to him, and thus he needs to come out of hiding. So would you mind doing that? I suppose you would.
Tongue's exile is self-imposed, I assure you. But then, what reason would I have not to hate that loathsome Nosferatu scoundrel? Bloody Nosferatu. They're so unclean.
Well, they live in sewers. That sort of goes with the territory. Why do you hate him?
He meddles in my affairs. He's a bad influence on my sister, and she on him. If you were in my place, would you let him compromise your authority? You most certainly would not. I'd quite like it if I never had to hear that name again.
Want me to find him and kill him? Yeah, no. I don't think we're... No, we're not gonna be the hitman of the Camarilla, and that's also... You're not supposed to kill each other openly and not even talk about killing another vampire, according to the traditions, so... how about you put the word out that you've got no feud with him?
Why would I do that? Let him think I mean to kill him. That way I don't have to worry about him sabotaging everything. Do you realize how his subterfuge makes me look to the Camarilla?
I do not. I do need to see him, though.
Tongue and his co-conspirators' actions ruined my chance at partnership in a crucial piece of property. I do have several other promising ventures, and one in particular has been, to say the least, an ordeal. I'd be willing to put the word out that my grievances with Tongue have been swept under the rug, but in return, you'll have to help me remove a particularly burdensome spirit from a property I'm looking to invest in.
A burdensome spirit? You mean a ghost?
I forgot. You're still new to this. Allow me to break you in. Yes, ghosts exist. Werewolves, mummies, and I'd expect a whole lot of other things I've never seen share the night with us.
Yes, they do indeed. The Fae as well, and mages. I don't have time for this Halloween bullshit. Well, you know, I think we're coming to terms with the fact that if we're real, then the rest of this is also got a decent chance to exist. So, if I were to kill you, wouldn't Bertram come out of hiding? No, just no. Sure, I'll do it. What do I have to do to get rid of the ghost?
Rumor is that a personal item of a ghost's may be used to draw it out or excise it from its haunt. While I don't put a lot of stock in hearsay, it's my last option. So I want you to go to the Ocean House Hotel, find an item of the spirits, and bring it back.
The Ocean House Hotel. I'll do it if you promise to call off the feud. And what if I can't find one? Why don't you go? Well, she doesn't go because she can make us go. And if I can find one, then I'm sort of SOL. So I'll do it if you promise to call off the feud.
Oh, I fully intend to do so. You'll find that dealing with me on the whole is appreciably more predictable than dealing with some of the egomaniacs that are my peers. So long as our business doesn't go sour, my word is gold.
Business, is that what it's called when a dog fetches a stick? I can respect that and I appreciate it. Goodbye. We will be pursuing the, somewhat more etiquette-ridden approach here, if that's even a word. Like, we'll present ourselves at our best. We can always backstab her if the opportunity presents herself, but there's really nothing to gain in outwardly antagonizing her or just playing rough. So I can respect that and I appreciate it. Goodbye.
Before I forget, take this. The only way to reach the Ocean House this time of night is through a tunnel in the sewers. You'll need that key to open the gate for that tunnel.
The sewers. You are really pushing it now, but if that's what it takes to get the job done, then that's what it takes.
Excuse me, I've got situations to set straight.
Right, goodbye. You have situation to set straight. Right. This... Yeah. This doesn't indicate anything at all, right? Okay, we'll take our leave then. We aren't particularly hungry. Considering that we've, you know, just flexed our muscles a little at the beach house and that's still fresh on our memory, probably still fairly cruising on a bit of a high, so I don't think there is... I don't think Ben feels that time is of the essence at the moment. He kind of wants to, you know, cut loose a little and explore the funky dance moves that this game has, which is just fantastic. And apparently we have attracted the attention of the Gimp. But yeah, like I said, it's probably sort of, you know, coasting on that high of having imbibed the blood and, you know, having those bullets do nothing to you. That has to leave a mark on your psyche, I guess. Could you, Ron Burgundy, could you move? Thank you. Yeah. I'm thinking... I'm not even sure that I'm wanting to head off into the sewers right away. Not that this seems in any way tempting at all. I think, considering that our character operates on a sort of knowledge is power approach, he will take into consideration what Therese has just said, but also just sort of look around the scenery some more here, because maybe there is another angle. Like he would always be looking for an angle to make it easier, or maybe just someone, you know, find someone who can do this for him. Just always be on the lookout. Maybe get someone indebted to you and get a minion, so to speak, to do it for you. And to that end, there's always the thin bloods that are at the bottom of the food chain, where we already sort of established that no matter how fresh and young we are, at least we're not a thin blood, and we can hopefully somehow make use of them. You look like you know, have an eye on this place. You got anything to say about that Lily person?
What'll it be?
Oh, Jesus. Can you stop poking me? The cream's curdled, I can smell it. And I think those are red droppings there. My guess, you don't serve my kind here? What? Well, it's not exactly extremely subtle, but it's also not offensive. So will you ever see any pale, kind of strange types in here late at night? The answer is probably like, yes, constantly. You are one.
Is that a trick question?
Yeah. Anyone that maybe tried to drink someone else's blood? You see any girls hanging out here? Pale girls? If you ever heard the term thin blood, that actually isn't giving much away. You see a couple in here a few months ago, surfer guy, pretty girl. That's also probably just every night, 500 times.
Let me think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, about 4 dozen a week.
Huge surprise. Have you ever heard the term thin blood?
Thin blood. Sounds familiar. Is that one of those tropical diseases?
Try to remember, where did you hear it?
I know I've heard that before.
Maybe a kind of strange pretty girl said something about it recently.
Oh, that girl. Nice girl. First decent human being I've seen in here for years. Not like all the junkies and crazies I normally see. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, weird. She left a tip, but she didn't order a thing. Yeah, she looked so hungry, too. Just sat there all night with a full glass of water in front of her, talking about this and that. She seemed lonely, a little scared, so I let her stay in the booth until we closed. She left some stuff here. You seem to know her. Why don't you give it back to her if you run into her?
I will be very sure to do that if you just hand it over, ma'am. Okay. Lily's key looks like a car key and a girl's photo. Oh, that's the bail bonds thing. That's the photo. The message on the back of the photo reads August 3, Santa Monica Lily. What about the key? Sewer key, Lily's key, looks like a car key. Oh, that's just a key ring. Alright. Anything more to be found here? I mean, looks like she cleans this about once every decade, so possibly there's still something left to discover. But yeah, let's just not even think about going into the bathroom in this place. Who are you? Do you have anything to say?
Something I can help you with.
Okay, how you doing? Not really? No, nothing.
Goodbye then.
I don't think we're trying to just open up a random conversation with this dude, given the options. So... car key, huh? Well... oh, that looks like a fun time is gonna be had by all if we get any closer to this gentleman with his "The End is Nigh" placard here. The end is here. Are you Jack's brother? Not so smiling Jack. Is this the bail bonds place? Because maybe Lily is, you know, potentially to be found through his means. And by the way, I'm like mostly genuinely having very few memories of this game. I have played it before, but a lot of this is sort of semi-blind, where I'm probably going to remember eventually, or bits and bobs of it, but I have played this game round about the time when it came out. So what I mostly know is the abstract of the lore of the game, but the details of the gameplay and of the actual storyline of the game will not be fresh on my mind, as you no doubt have already noticed. Just thought I'd point that out quickly. And we already know he has hypes, but maybe he's also got something to say. Wow, you are one amazing specimen of human being. Can we just turn this off, because this is probably gonna mess with our dialogue. Hello.
Welcome to Kilpatrick 24-hour bail bonds. My name's Arthur Kilpatrick. How can I help you?
You can stop kissing my ass, fat boy. No, you run this place, I assume?
Yep, sure do. I'm a third-generation bondsman. Got a few employees, but I handle most every aspect of the business.
He's the antediluvian of bondsmen, a third generation, at least 12,000 years old. Not so much, I suppose. How's business?
Well, my business ain't bad, I can tell you that much. Santa Monica's gone downhill. Used to be pretty nice, I guess. We do a higher volume now than we did a few years ago, but we gotta deal with a lot more bail jumpers and crap like that.
Sounds like Santa Monica... Whoa, did you just teleport? Sounds like Santa Monica has seen better days.
Hell yeah, I ain't complaining. I'm in a good position to watch it all just slide right down the tubes, you know what I mean?
The tubes, yeah. Series of tubes. Guess that's not what you mean. You get a lot of bail jumpers, I assume?
Of course, goes with the business. Then you sick the bounty hunter on them.
That's gotta be an interesting job.
You betcha. I used to do some bounty hunting myself back in the day. Takes a solid set of brass balls to make a good bounty hunter, I'll tell you that much.
Is the bounty hunter you have now any good?
Yep, damn good. His name's Carson, and he's great at what he does when he wants to do it. I can't seem to find him now, though. He's pissing me off, to be honest. I need him to go find someone.
Do you know? Why can't you find another bounty hunter?
Well, I don't feel right cutting Carson loose just yet. We go way back. I knew his father, too. Tell you what, since I'm stuck here, why don't you go look for him? Just real quick. I'll pay you for your time.
Well, that depends on where you want me to look for him. Is he in a sewer?
Great, great. I suppose the first place you should look is his apartment in Santa Monica Suites. Apartment 1, I think it is. Maybe you'll find something there to let you know where he's got himself to. Here's a key card. That'll let you in.
Is that where Mercurio is? We can do that. Before I go, could you answer a question?
Sure, pal. What is it?
Have you heard about the murders in town? Oh, right, the murder on the pier.
Yeah, they're saying there was a murder down by the pier, just like the one the other day down in Long Beach. Just vicious. Tore 'em up. They're saying it's a serial killer.
There's one in Long Beach as well, I see. Well, what are the cops doing about it?
Well, typically when things like this happen, the cops ratchet up the patrols and start hauling in more suspicious types. Could be good for me.
Mm-hmm. If you say so, I have a few more questions if you don't mind.
Sure, pal. What is it?
I want to know about a few places in town.
What place you want to know about?
I don't know. Do you know anything about the Galerie Noire? Right, that was that... was that where the other ghoul was hanging? No, he was hanging out in front of the hospital, wasn't he? But... oh, it caught our eye, so we'll ask about it.
Ah, yeah, I know the place. Funny thing is, that spot used to hold a stinky old pet store. Now it's some hoity-toity art gallery with wine and cheese and whatnot.
Thank you, Arthur. Goodbye. What's your computer? Available menus. Let's go G to M. Oh, it goes by last names. Of course. Well, is there an L? Not here. Not here either. And not here either. So it doesn't seem that there is a Lily Toten. Someone died. Alright. Quit. Well, no, since we're still in the clearing our head phase and still sort of cruising, not really feeling much like delving down into the river of poo just yet. I figure we might just hop on over, have a quick look around to... wow, that's art. Have a quick look around the apartment building that Mercurio is living in and pay apartment 1 a visit. Maybe Carson the bounty hunter is somewhere to be found. Maybe Carson the bounty hunter is someone we can use to find Lily. There's always options, hopefully. And is this the hoity-toity place? Yeah, there it is. Someone should really clean this up. You're... oh my god. Okay. Alright. What do we have? This is 3, 2, 1. Clickety click. Hello, Mr. Carson. Here's Johnny. Okay, it's locked. Discipline's not allowed. Oh, it's Elysium. Oh, that's awful. Oh god, we can't really. We can't. Oh, wait. Yeah. My mistake. Of course. Of course it is. Let's try this again, shall we? Doesn't work with the buff. Silver ring. This is just something we can randomly throw over. And we can hear what his top of the line answering machine has to say.
Check. Is this thing recording? God, I hate these things. Anyway, the McGee case is getting weirder all the time. I found where he's been hiding and I saw some really creepy stuff down there. There was no sign of McGee. I'm gonna follow up on another lead I got too. I updated the files on the computer. This is Carson signing off. Man, that sounds stupid.
Okay. Money clip. Alright. Always. Yeah. Thanks for the tip, Mr. Carson. Much appreciated. Where does this lead? Nowhere.
The mystery creature is thought to be some form of giant octopus, though marine biologists that have examined the monster have commented that they have never seen anything like it in the cephalopod family before.
Okay, Cthulhu is back. Alright, what do we have here? McGee. Password is required. Do we manage? Emalia, okay. Well, location. McGee is hiding in the tattoo parlor in Santa Monica. Key. Don't forget the key to the tattoo parlor, it's on the top of the TV. Interesting. And quit. It's on the top of the TV, is it? Tattoo parlor key. Alright. Well, let's see if this actually did something to our quest log. After entering Carson's apartment, you found some information about the last case he was working on. He mentioned something about the tattoo parlor. Perhaps you need to go there next. A bail bond? Really? What the hell? They consist of a photo key and a bail bond. Wait, what? Color me confused. I missed something, didn't I? It's a hobby of mine to miss stuff. And I record myself missing stuff, as you may have noticed. Maybe rename the channel from Kill 10 Rats to Miss 10 Things per episode. I am curious though, what's with the bail bond? Sorry for the backtracking, but this is rather intriguing. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me. So what? Do we have the bail bond in our inventory? Is this... Oh, this is... This is the receipt for bail bond. The bail bond was for one Rolf Toten. So this is not Lily we're looking for, but that Toten gentleman who, if his name's anything to go by, is dead and German. Toten, R. Bond written 8/22/03, immigration case, bond amount 15,000, type of bond collateral, car red Lightning Bird 77, CA plate number Gaikoni. Notes go back to Germania, pal, we don't take the euro in these parts. Really no. Well, fick dich auch. Quit. Alright. So, Mr. Toten, can we ask you about Mr. Toten?
Hey there, what can I do you for?
I had a few questions for you, Arthur.
Sure, pal, what is it?
I can't ask you about Mr. Toten. Can I ask my quest log? You found a reference to Rolf Toten in Arthur's computer. His car is a red Lightning Bird 77, license reads... And that's what it got eaten, but I think it was Guiconi or Gaikoni. Huh. Well, that's a fair amount of side quest lead that we have there. I'm sort of trying to rationalize this from the character perspective, how, you know, how you'd respond after a night like this. I think you'd just sort of go with the flows and drift wherever unlife takes you. Like, just trying to roll with the punches. But I also think, like, how would you feel about if you were just told, hey, by the way, dude, go into that sewer and look for a Nosferatu, no, not Nosferatu, meet a ghost, basically. Like, I don't know, this takes some processing. I think Ben is sort of stalling a little bit, because I'm not sure he's entirely certain what to make of this, and he's probably also a little reluctant to just go down the hole for this lady who runs the club here, just because, you know, you can never really be 100% certain what the real agenda is, and he doesn't feel like he's adequately prepared. He doesn't have enough information. So, you know, like I said, I can't even remember the details of the game. I'm not sure if there even is a way to dodge this task of going through the sewers, if there was maybe another entrance to the building we were supposed to go to, but it's, you know, it's at least a sort of a background motivation to not immediately jump to it, and to give our character the opportunity to take a breather and to maybe just amble about looking for the vehicle of one German who may have something to do with the Thin Bloods, because maybe that's a way to get things rolling from where we have some more control over it. Like, because right now we are the one being controlled, but if we manage to get some sort of angle on the Thin Bloods, we might be able to actually, you know, make them do our bidding. Hey. Ooh, right near the murder scene. This isn't video surveillance, is it? Nope. What do we have? We have a tire iron. And we have a diary. Okay. Found Lily's journal. You have located Lily's journal. Her last entry mentions a plan of hers to break into the local blood bank. Whoops. Does it? This seems to be the woman's diary, a woman's diary. I met a guy today at Asylum. He's so beautiful, oh my god. His name is Rolf and he's from Germany. European men are just so classy compared to boring California boys. Why, thank you. He asked to see me tomorrow night. I wonder if he's rich. He looks rich. I'm going to go shopping tomorrow and pick up something that won't make me look like a big fat pig. Can't wait to see him. I think it's getting serious with Rolf. He told me he wanted to give me something very special next week, and if it's what I think it is, it's about damn time. I thought Europeans were supposed to be less uptight about this sort of thing. Well, as a general rule, they probably are. I woke up at 8 p.m. today. That would be strange in itself, except I don't remember going to sleep last night. In fact, I don't remember anything since last Saturday night, when Rolf was over. Woke up late again, haven't eaten anything in 4 days. I don't know what's wrong with me, so we're turning, I guess. Rolf came over last night. He said the reason I hadn't eaten anything was because I needed blood. He said it was all I could eat now and that I wouldn't feel hungry anymore if I drank some. He had a bag of it from the local blood bank. I tried to refuse, but I couldn't. What's happening to me? Rolf said he's going to have to leave soon. He said people are trying to force him out of the country. He didn't say anything about taking me with him. I had to bail Rolf out of jail today. He was arrested because his visa expired. He looked frightened. I'm afraid he's going to leave. Well, the prospect of being deported or even on a plane or anything like that, you know, all the things that could go wrong and expose you to sunlight, that's pretty terrifying to a vampire. I haven't seen or heard from Rolf since the night I bailed him out. I don't know what to do. I thought he cared about me. Why did he do this to me? I talked with this guy I met in the Surfside until 5 this morning. When I told him I had to go, I felt like Cinderella. He seemed like a prince. I met that guy from the Surfside again. He has no idea what I am, and neither apparently do you. I brought E, the guy from Surfside, back to my apartment last night. He said he's going back to Australia in a few days, now that the tournament's coming to an end. I don't want him to leave. I've never felt this way about someone before, not even Rolf. E kissed me last night, and I could stop myself from biting into his neck, but I drank too much, and I gave him my blood to save him. Oh god. When I explained it all to him, he said he never wanted to see me again. What have I done? I haven't been able to feed since that night with E. I'm afraid of what will happen. I remember Rolf brought blood from the blood bank. Maybe if I can sneak in, I can grab a few bags and get out before anyone catches me. Interesting. So we have a vampire breaking into the blood bank, which in and of itself sounds like a pretty marvelous idea, but yeah, maybe that's a source of nourishment for our young Tremere here to explore. He may actually go about it in a bit of a smarter way than Lily has, because it seems like she just sort of rushed in headlong when it's almost too late. Well, we haven't really made any significant progress on Tongue, just because we don't want to get our shoes dirty at the moment, but we have made some progress on Lily, which definitely is something. We will pursue Lily a little further into the blood bank and also see what we can do about Carson, I think, and of course Tongue. But we're gonna do that next time, because right now I'm gonna take a break here. I thank you very much for watching. Bye now.